What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today, you guys, with another review for Pretty Little Liars Summer School Season 2, Episode 3. You guys, this episode, I don't know the title of it, but it'll be correct on a video, not on here, because I still ain't updated I still ain't got my computer checked out, so we ain't editing on my laptop just yet. But like I said, this is Pretty Little Liars Season 2, Episode 3. Now, before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on your post notifications, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Pretty Little Liars Summer School, shall we? All right, you guys, so you guys may hear the dog behind me barking. I wish it would shut up, but unfortunately it won't. So this episode, we see Angela. It opens up and we see Angela. So she went into the room where Archie was, right? And it's their birthday. So she noticed that he drew something, right? And she asked him, like, Archie, what did you draw? So Archie gave her the drawing, and it was a drawing of their mother. Now we see Mouse, and Mouse is still on Spooky Spaghetti. And, someone has posted now every one of the girls' phone numbers. And I was like, oh, wow, that's creepy. So then she texts all the girls urgent, basically, for them to meet up. And she told them about the video and the missed call that she got, right? And so all of them said that they got, the missed calls. But I found it quite funny that none of the girls mentioned the damn roses that they all got. But neither here nor there, right? So the numbers that they have posted on Spooky Spaghetti are the girls' current phone numbers that, they have two phones. Well, I know Mouse has two phones, right? But it's kind of like their burner phones that no one has the numbers to. So then Mouse was telling the girls that it's her 16th birthday coming up, right? And the girls feel as if they should keep a low profile. Now, something that I thought was kind of interesting was each one of the girls have given their phone numbers out to different people, right? So Mouse gave it to her mom's. Noah gave it to Jen, her number to Jen, and Tabby gave her number to Christian. Imogen, I forgot who Imogen said she gave her number to. I think it was her dad. I think Imogen gave it to her dad. Farron gave it to her boss. I was like, y'all are really freely giving out these damn numbers, but okay, kind of weird. So we see Mouse. So Mouse then went to go talk to Dr. Sullivan. And when she's talking to Dr. Sullivan, she's telling Dr. Sullivan about the stuff with her grandmother. And she's also annoyed that she can't have her birthday party. So Mouse started to, have a little self-doubt. But we see as the girls are actually planning a surprise birthday party for Mouse. But Mouse is none the wiser. Now, we see as Kelly. So you guys remember in last episode, Sandy got butchered, right? So Sandy's family is saying that Sandy decided to come to the Cape for the summer. I was like, how? We saw Sandy get cut up like a fish, but okay, I guess. So now Kelly wants the part that Sandy had. I was like, Kelly, run, baby girl, run. Now we move over to Miss Hayworth, and she got home and she saw Christian in the house, and she was like, who the hell are you? So Tabby told her, this is Christian, we work together at the theater. Then we see Imogen. She's at work at the ice cream parlor, and her boss Johnny comes up on his bicycle with no shirt on, and we see Imogen just like, ooh, how are you doing, right? So Kelly came into the ice cream parlor because she wants to pass out them flyers. I was like, again, Kelly, run, baby girl. You and your mom are in a cult. Then Imogen invited Kelly to the surprise party because, they miss Kelly. It's so interesting how things happened last season with them and Kelly. With Kelly, was it one sister named Karen? Like it was so interesting that the girls they were rivals, but but this whole shit with Archie, they bonded with her, right? It kind of reminds you of the original Pretty Little Liars, because in the original series with Emily, Aria, Spencer, and Hannah, they oh, I'm not gonna give this away because if you guys haven't watched that, then that would be a spoiler. But in the original series, there was a girl that they had a rivalry with, and if you guys go and watch it, her name is I don't even want to say her name. Her name starts with an M, right? If you go watch it, you'll see it, and you'll see why they. But then later on in the season, they became cool, became friends with the girl. Now we move over to Tabby. So she and Christian, they're hitting things off. And like I said in the last review, I still kind of got a side eye for Christian. After what happened with Chip, you just never can be too sure. So they were talking about a movie. I think they were talking about, actually they were talking about Blackula. And Tabby has never saw Blackula. So he's like, well, why don't you come over to my house? And, while you're there, I can take you down and you can see, his studio. So she was like, but then she agreed to go. So then we see as Farron is at the pool, right? And so someone thought it was a funny joke to put a string bikini in her locker. So she was like, she went out there and she let them have it. And I was like, okay. I mean, I'm not too upset about it, but she let them boys have it. Now we move back over to Jen and Noah. So they're been asked by their boss if any one of them took a 20 because the cash register is short $20. And so Noah went behind the cash register. She started counting the money out and she said, you counted wrong again. She said there's exactly, I think it was like he said 580. But what happened is she told Benny he miscounted, right? We'll get to that in just a minute because it's not at this point yet. So we move back over to Imogen. So Imogen is noticing that Johnny is a little bit of a playboy, right? Because at one point he got the number of one girl, and then after he got that girl's number, he went and tried to holler at another girl. Now the other girl that he tried to holler at, Imogen tried to put her up on game like, yo, Johnny's a playboy. She was like, dumb bitch. I was like, whoa, excuse you, ma'am, dumb bitch. Then when he came out, she's like, fuck you and this bitch. I would have been like, girl, I got you, bitch. But hey, she didn't do that. Imogen was better than me. So Johnny is telling Imogen like, yo, you putting salt on my game. Like, please stop. Like, just because you're approved doesn't mean anything. And then we move back over to Noah. So Noah is telling Jen like, yo, she was like, you covered for me. Why would you do that? And what happened? So essentially what happened is Noah took a $20 tip that she had and put it in. I was like, shit, I just would have let Benny, quack her. But Noah's been a good friend. And I was like, better you than me. Better you than me. Now we move over to Tabby. So Tabby is over at Christian's house, right? And so they're they watched the movie, but now they're in the basement looking at all the masks that he's made, right? So he's telling her how he's made some of them because she was curious. So then he left to go do something, and Tabby went snooping, and she saw something that if she wasn't snooping, you wouldn't have found that, Tabby. So what happened is Tabby found the mask. She opened up a little compartment, and he had made a mask of Archie. And so Tabby was like, what the fuck is this? And he was trying to tell her like, I did all this before I knew who you were. So it's not that, he intentionally did this. But, when I look at this, if you guys didn't watch the last Scream movie, go watch it, right? Because this kind of reminds me of that, because in the last Scream movie, there were people who, in the last two Scream films, right? Scream 6 and Scream 6 and Scream 5, right? Scream 5, the two the two Ghostface killers, they were fans of the original series that is based off of Sidney Prescott's life, which is Stab, right? And, you know, over the years, the Stab movies have transformed from being about Sidney Prescott's life because Sidney got to the point where she told them she would sue them if they kept making movies about her life. So they just started making up shit. And so the fans got to the point where they didn't like that. And the two Ghostface killers in that movie were making their own requel or whatever. I think it was a requel. Maybe not. But what they were making their own version, right? And even in that spawned into Scream 7, where there were some kids who were, you know, people who were fans of it, and kind of like what Spooky Spaghetti is, they had their own little web, you know, they had their own little thing where they would talk about it. They were even, you know, one of the killers in Scream 5, they were, you know, harrowing him as a victim of one of the main characters. And so that's kind of what with this situation with Archie, it looks like people are idolizing him, making him, you know, a celebrity of sorts, like, right? Like how I feel like in Haddonfield, Michael Myers is a celebrity, you know, Camp Crystal Lake, Jason, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy and all of them, like how they are celebrities, but they're murderers. Weird, right? Now, we see Farron. So she's talking to Henry, and she's telling Henry about the jokes that the guys did, right? And he was like, well, maybe you should be less of a hard ass and more like one of the guys. So I was like, I don't think this is going to bode well for Farron. Now, we see Tabby. So Tabby is talking to Imogen, she's telling that, you know, she snooped and she found the homemade masks of Archie that Christian made, and she flipped out. Imogen is telling her she did the right thing, and I actually agree with that, right? Because, all right, you guys, my bad. So knowing these girls' stories, I'm okay with her flipping out on the young man, but you shouldn't have went snooping Tabby. Just putting that out there for you. Now, Imogen is letting Tabby know about Johnny and how she went off on him. And again, knowing Imogen's story, it's understandable why Imogen went off on him. But at the same time, Imogen, it kind of gives like you like the boy, and you know you see him flirting with other girls. You kind of got a little bit in your feelings. Just being real, that's what it looked like. Imogen, love me some Imogen, but yeah, that's what it looked like with Imogen. Now we see Mouse. So Mouse told the girls that she had previously told them this, that she had reached out to Spooky Spaghetti and she asked them if they could remove their phone numbers from their website. So the information has been taken down. So at this point, Mouse is thinking, so now that all the stuff has been taken down of us on Spooky Spaghetti, you know, we can have a birthday party for me. And all the girls were like, sorry, Mouse, you know, we got this coming. I got this to do. I got this to do. Everybody has something to do. But again, remember, the girls are planning a surprise party for Mouse, right? So we see Imogen. Imogen went and she apologized to Johnny, and he apologized to her. And the reason that he's apologizing to Imogen is because he has, you know, done some research into who Imogen is. So he knows that. And she asked him, did you do that? He said, yes. So then we see as Tabby, she's talking to Christian, and she apologizes to Christian and he apologizes to her. He also let her know that, once again, this that I did with the mask, this was before I even knew anything about you. He said the reason why he did it, he got that information from Spooky Spaghetti. I was like, wow, how many times are we going to say Spooky Spaghetti this season? It's like, it's interesting. So she asked him if he was the one that posted her number on Spooky Spaghetti, and he told her no. He was like, do you think I would do that? And so she said no, but then she told him about the relationship with Chip, and you know she invited him to Mouse's party. And then we move over to Farron. So Farron took the advice of Henry. You guys remember, I told you, Henry told Farron not to be such a, a hard ass, a tight ass, and be one of the guys. So Farron decided to play a joke on Greg, right? She put a cadaver in the pool, making it look like somebody was drowning. Because one of the no, it wasn't Greg. It was some. Or was it Greg? Somebody was at their post. They were at their post, knocked out. I was like, damn, how you sleeping on the job? But okay, very interesting. Now we see Mouse. Mouse is still upset about her birthday party. Her birthday, and feeling like everybody's just brushed past her, and to the point that Ash had to let her know, I wasn't supposed to tell you this. I was actually sworn to secrecy, but the girls are actually planning a surprise party. And so Mouse's face lit up. And now we move over to Noah. So Noah is giving Jen the cold shoulder because, remember, she had to take the 20 out of her tip to put it in the cash register so that, she could protect her. But she gave her the cold shoulder until there was these group of guys, and they were eating, right? And they hadn't paid. So she was like, where's my tip? And the guy was like, oh, I got a tip for you. And it was a sexual reference to the tip of his, what? I was like, somebody punch him in the face. Like, I just want somebody to just punch that little boy in the face, right? But, Noah came over and she's like, give her fucking money. And so they said, fine, here. He was like, then the guy was like, can I get you and your friend's digits? She said, you want her digits? How about these 2 digits? I was like, exactly, Noah. Give him those digits. So Noah went outside and, she apologizes to Jen for getting so upset with her. And she gave her the money. And then she invited her to Mouse's birthday party, right? So Imogen, moving back over to her, she told Johnny about, the hallucinations of her seeing Bloody Rose as well as seeing her mom. And she was going to go take a nap, right? So she went to the back to go to sleep, and then she woke up and she went to go and she told him about the dream. And so she was going to go out to the back to the trash can to make sure that the dream is just a dream, but it wasn't a dream. It was real. But then we found out that was a dream, right? Now, moving back over to the pool, we see as a little girl, she almost drowned and nobody was at the post. So Farron had to jump in and ended up saving the little girl's life. And when that happened, Farron was like, okay, you know what? I'm not one of the guys. I can't be one of you guys, but it's business. Like, fuck all the playing around. We're going to be strictly business and professional over here, right? Now we move back over to Imogen. So Imogen has invited Johnny to the party. I was like, oh, isn't this interesting? All of the girls' little love interests this season are coming to the party. Noah invited Jen. She didn't invite Sean. And that's what Jen asked her. Will Sean come? She said, no, that's not his thing. So Jen is coming for Noah. Christian is coming for Tabby. We know Ash is going to be there because, Mouse is his girlfriend. Imogen has invited, what's his name? Johnny. Now, Farron didn't invite Henry. I don't remember why she didn't invite Henry. Now, oh, that's why she didn't invite Henry, because we're right here. So we see Henry and Farron. So Farron was beating herself up about the little girl almost drowning, right? And then, he tried to, he was just easing her. And then she revealed to him that she's been lying to him about being cleared to dance. And he got pissed off and he left. I got it, but I didn't get it at the same time, right? Yeah, your girlfriend's lying to you, but I mean, you don't think that she might be a little bit fearful about going back to dancing? And I get it. You should feel comfortable and like you can trust me to have a conversation, right? So we see everybody at the roller rink and their dates all showed up, right? Meanwhile, the end of this episode, you guys, whoa, interesting, right? Because we see Mouse and she's getting ready, right? So her grandmother is getting ready to take her to, the surprise, to the roller rink. So, all the girls are ready and waiting for her to show up. But unfortunately, Grandma took Mouse somewhere else. Um, it's almost like Chuck E. Cheese, right? So Mouse got in there, and when I saw it, I was like, I don't think Mouse is. I was like, I don't think Mouse is with the girls because I saw the rats, the big Chuck E. Cheese life-size rat, and they were singing. So then Mouse found a note about a final girl, and she started, the person, Bloody Rose, started coming after her. And I was like, Mouse, don't make a noise, hide, do whatever. So she actually did that. She hid. And then when she got ready to go out, this whole place is engulfed in flames. I was like, oh my God. So Mouse had to go through the vents to get out because and the girls came and found her, and she told them Bloody Rose is real at this point. Very interesting, right? Bloody Rose is real. Let me not say that more than once, but she's real. That's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments below, you guys. Please subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and share the video. Until the next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.